Have you ever wondered about the story behind the soccer ball at your feet? It's not just a ball. It's a globe-trotting piece of history, technology, and human ingenuity. From ancient Chinese Cuju, over 2,000 years ago, two games played by the Aztecs with rubber balls. Humans have always loved kicking things around. Early balls were simple stuffed animal skins or cloth, shaped by whatever materials were available locally. They were lumpy, unpredictable, and a far cry from what we use today. The real game changer came in the mid-1800s. Back then, balls were basically inflated pig bladders wrapped in stitched leather. They were inconsistent, fragile, and a nightmare to inflate. But an English leatherworker named Richard Linden had a revolutionary idea. He swapped out the delicate pig bladder for a durable India rubber one. This simple switch, along with a safer pump he developed, allowed for the first time a consistently round, reliable ball. Stitched leather became the standard, and the modern soccer ball was born. For a long time, leather was the undisputed king. It was tough, easy to stitch by hand, and it just felt right to kick. But it had one major flaw. It was a sponge. A leather ball could get incredibly heavy and waterlogged in the rain, completely changing the dynamics of a game. This problem drove a century of innovation, pushing designers to find better materials. By the late 20th century, synthetic plastics and laminated panels took over, creating balls that were waterproof, aerodynamic, and perfectly consistent. Today's high-end match balls are complex, multi-layered marvels of engineering. So, where do these millions of modern balls actually come from? The answer, for a huge portion of the world's supply, is a single city, Sialkot in Pakistan. Sialkot wasn't just a random choice. Back in the 19th century, it was already a bustling hub for craftsmanship, especially leather goods. As global trade grew under the British, Sialkot's workshops started producing soccer balls for export. A powerful cluster effect took hold. Skilled artisans, suppliers of leather, thread, and tools, and manufacturers all concentrated in one place. The city developed a deep, specialized supply chain and a workforce with generations of expertise in the highly manual art of cutting, stitching, and finishing a perfect ball. By the late 20th century, Sialkot had become the undisputed global capital of hand-stitched footballs. You might be surprised to learn that the official match balls for the biggest tournament on the planet are made right here. Base Company, Forward Sports, manufactured the official Adidas balls for the 2014 World Cup, Brazucatha 2018 World Cup, Telstar 18 and the 2022 World Cup, Al Rihla, for the 2022 tournament alone. Forward Sports produced millions of balls, including the high-tech match balls and countless replicas for fans around the world. The scale of this industry is staggering. The entire sports goods sector in Sialkot employs hundreds of thousands of people, from factory workers to home-based stitchers and everyone in the supply chain. In terms of value, conservative estimates put the city's sports goods exports at around $400 to $500 million every year. Some reports, which include related sectors like apparel, suggest the total economic impact could be closer to $1 billion. When you zoom in on just soccer balls, the city's factories churn out tens of millions of them annually. It's a massive operation that powers a significant part of the global sports industry. This global success story has a complex human side. Has this industry made life better for the workers in Sialkot? The answer is a mix of yes, and it's complicated. On the positive side, the huge, stable contracts from brands like Adidas created countless jobs, providing essential income for families where few other opportunities existed. Following international scrutiny in the 1990s, major programs led by organizations like the International Labour Organization worked to eliminate child labor from the soccer ball industry. These efforts were largely successful, pushing production into audited factories with better standards. However, challenges remain. While conditions have improved, wages can still be low by Western standards, as manufacturers are under constant pressure to keep costs competitive. Many workers, especially those in smaller workshops or stitching from home, are paid by the piece and can face precarious employment. So, while many families are undoubtedly better off than they were before, with steadier incomes and improved labor protections in the larger factories, better off is relative. The fight for living wages and better social protections is an ongoing process. So why do the world's biggest brands continue to source from Sialkot? It boils down to a unique combination of factors. First, there's the incredible level of manual skill. The craft of hand-stitching has been passed down through generations, resulting in a quality and speed that's hard to replicate. Second, the clustered supply chain means everything is right there, reducing delays. And of course, labor costs remain competitive. Over decades, Sialkot has built a reputation for meeting the strict quality, audit, and delivery standards required by global giants like FIFA and Adidas. So, let's trace that journey one last time. It starts with ancient ball games, evolves through medieval Europe, and gets standardized in the 19th century with Richard Linden's rubber bladder. Production then goes global, and Sialkot emerges as a craft powerhouse. By the turn of the 21st century, it's supplying the world, with its companies making the official balls for the World Cup. Along the way, there have been critical efforts to improve labor standards, even as challenges remain. From a simple pig bladder to a high-tech sphere made in Sialkot, the story of the soccer ball is a story of global connection, innovation, and the enduring human spirit of the game. Next time you see a soccer ball, maybe you'll think of its incredible journey and the thousands of hands in Sialkot that helped bring it to the pitch. Thank you so much for watching. If you found this story interesting, please give us a like, hit that subscribe button, and ring the bell so you don't miss our next video. See you next time.